What's going on, my beautiful people from YouTube? Guys, it's really good to be back with you. I want to cover the Helium Network today. I'm going to talk about three things. First, where you can get yourself a miner. Yep, a lot of people have been waiting for them for months and months and months. I'm one of them. Maybe somebody's not even expecting to get theirs anymore. But there's a way you can get it. You can order it in just about a day or so. So I want to make sure I cover that with you. Secondly, let's talk about proof of coverage version 11. I did give you a little insight into it in the last video, but I got a little bit of hate in regards to the way I covered things and some of the things that I talked about. So I do want to clear that up and give you a little bit more insight as to why I understand but still dislike what's going on with some of these updates. Lastly, hacks. Hacks everywhere. Yep, you heard me. So spoofing's still happening. Spoofing's still taking place. And although they're trying to fix it, it hasn't been fixed yet. They need to do something about this, and it's big. And I want to show you examples of where this is taking place. This is how we're going to start. By smashing the like button, making sure that the YouTube algorithm understands that, hey, decent video, providing value, doing something for everybody else. If you guys haven't done so, leave a comment down below. Love to engage with you guys. If you guys have questions, please feel free to drop them down below. There's a great community behind the Helium Network and, with the action channels. It's been phenomenal to support you guys, to be able to help you in whatever it is you guys might be looking to pursue, like, Planet Watch that is coming up next. Now, let's get into what we're here to talk about. I hate when people make you wait for the information like, oh, you're going to hear about this on a video. You never get it. So let's change that up. So yeah, we're talking about Helium Network, but let's talk about how to get yourself this little miner right here, which comes out in about a day and 20 hours. By the time I post this, it's going to be way less than 20 hours, but you can get the European one. They have 13 in stock, and the North American one is coming soon in 1 day, 20 hours, and 49 minutes. It's going to be less, but if you use code ACTION, you get yourself a discount on this as well. But wait, where is this? Well, obviously it's at fastminers.io. If you go to fastminers.action.ceo, I think that's the best way for you to get in here and get yourself that discount. I will put that link down below as I usually do. And again, code ACTION gets you that discount and helps the channel while you're at it. All right, number one, we're done. Number two, let's talk about this thing because it can get pretty complicated, and I really don't like complicating things. I told you guys last video in regards to the antennas, and I'll start there. I told you that you want to make sure that you're sticking with a 9 dBi antenna for the US and a 4 dBi antenna for the EU. That's because they are taking into consideration a lot more things, and they want to make sure that you're not, your power isn't too strong in comparison to the distance to other people. That's a big difference. The 9 dBi antenna, this is the max for the US. If you do not change the power output of your unit. This is where it gets even more interesting. I know I covered it as a max, but I don't want to make it complicated. I don't want anybody going out there and saying, well, I got a 12 dBi antenna, and all of a sudden I'm not getting any witnesses. Well, I understand that because there's more to it. Something that's big right now for the proof of coverage version 11 is that they want to use the data that's on your app. So if you put in the type of antenna that you have in there, it's going to actually take that into account. The height, they're going to take that into account. The goal is to create, I guess you can say a type of triangulation. You know how you kind of can locate people with GPS based on, how far away they are from different points? It's kind of the same idea. So they're using the RSSI, signal strength basically to figure out how far away your unit should be. In addition to the exact location where you plot your miner and the witnesses plot their miners. So please make sure that you go into your app and you ensure that your miner location is correct and the height is correct and the type of antenna that you're using is also correct. Because yes, I know the 9 dBi antenna is not the max antenna that you can use for the US. You can go with a higher dBi antenna. It just so happens that your device needs to output less power to that unit so that you can actually take advantage of it. The other thing to be aware of is that there is a big thing when it comes to signal loss. And I'm going to show that in another video, but you can essentially put a 12 dBi antenna sometimes, and that antenna won't beam things out as far as you think it is because you have a ton of signal loss when it comes to your cable. So the type of cable also makes a big difference. And I'll be sure to cover that because I know I've gotten some questions about it. I did use a graph from proof of coverage version 10 in the last video. I'm aware of that. The goal of that was to make you understand that if your signal strength is too good in comparison to what it should be, you're not going to get, basically a green thumbs up from the other witnesses. That was the reason for that. It wasn't that I was showing that that's exactly how it works, which is exactly why I didn't tell you, hey, this is the point, this is where it goes. I didn't go there. I just explained to you how you don't want to go too far out, because too good isn't good at all when it comes to the way that they're doing proof of coverage. Now, the other piece that I want to focus on here is the proof of coverage random witness selection. And this, I don't know why they wrote it like this, but basically they're not going to look anymore at the fastest witness that they can get. They're going to do a random sampling of the witnesses. And they snuck in here that they're going to go from 10 to 25. Guys, the main thing here is that it's going from 25 to 10. This is the big thing. Like, they even wrote it backwards. Like, this is what, obviously, like, I'm a little upset about this. And here's why. I've been waiting for my miner for months. And now when I get it, it's going to earn less than I even thought it was going to earn before, right? So, because now it's going to go from 25 to 10. And they wrote that backwards on purpose. If you think about it, like, why don't you just say, you will no longer be able to have 25 witnesses. It has been reduced to 10. No, they're going to say that, reduce it the number of total witnesses to 10 from the current value of 25. No, you should need to end with what's actually happening, not with what was happening. So the whole thing about the way they wrote this out is a little frustrating, because I'm going to earn less when my miner comes in, and because I just think that it's not very clear the way they're addressing it in the first place. But why? Why are they doing this in the first place? I understand the why. I'm not, like I said before, like, I'm not happy about how they're doing it, but I understand that they're looking to, I guess, look at the network as a grown-up network now, right? They want to scale back the witnessing to say, okay, we know that you were there, we know you exist, but we now want to, transfer data. We want people to use the network, and we want to reward people for using the network. So therefore, we are going to reward people based on data usage as opposed to witnesses. I get it. It is the next step. It's what needs to happen, but maybe it's a little too early. I don't know how else to say it. It might just maybe a little too early. Maybe I'm salty because I've been waiting for my miner, just like I know a lot of people have. And the real reason I'm frustrated, and I'll tell you guys what it is. It's really frustrating to see people take advantage of a network, and then all of a sudden, the people that are doing it right, that are trying to keep it fair, trying to do the right thing, they get penalized for it. The people that have been spoofing their units up until this day are walking away free and clear. A lot of people have been saying that, Nebra was doing it themselves. They were spoofing their own units, and now they're refurbing them, packaging it up, and sending them out. Like, regardless of who it was, if it was Nebra or anybody else, it's still messed up. Because now I know that my work, my efforts, my investment isn't going to give me the return that it was supposed to. And there has been nothing said about how to combat the people that have taken advantage of the system. What now? They've taken advantage of it. They've done all these things incorrectly. They literally hacked the network. I don't know. There's no other way to do it. Spoofing, that's what it is. That's what they did. And now they're just going to walk away with all the money that they made, and it's okay. And we all, as new users of the network, have to pay that price. That's ludicrous. That's insane for you to be okay with that. I'm not okay with it, which brings me to my last point. And I want to make sure you understand that I'm not blaming anybody here. I'm not saying that they're doing it wrong, but this is super fishy. I guess that's the best way for me to explain it. Check this wallet out. It's got 10 hotspots, and earnings in 24 hours has so far been almost 80 HNT. This is a lot, like a lot. So this is the hourly. If you go by the daily, 80, 86, 75, 118 for 10 hotspots. This is really high. Now, it gets worse than that. So we'll take a look at the 30 days. So here's what's going on. This guy's got, okay, so he's earning a decent amount. Boom. All of a sudden, with 10 hotspots, he earned an average of what? 11, 12 almost? 12 HNT per hotspot in one day? How does that happen? How does that happen? Well, he's probably transferring a lot of data right now. Okay, let's take a look at the hotspots. This is what it looks like. You have a hotspot. There's like two that really stand out like a sore thumb too. So if you take a look at all these hotspots, like this one, is only earning in 24 hours 0.18. And then you get like, okay, Porcupine 7.83. That's really good. 8.66. That's really nice. Oh, this one's really good. 13.53 HNT in 24 hours. That's kind of incredible. Then you get to things like Rough Rainbow Camel. Here's why I have a problem with this. Transmit scale 0.18. This is terrible. The hotspot's being relayed. It says that it's a suboptimal transmit scale, like right there. It's only gotten one witness in the last 5 days. And yet, if you look at the 7-day average here, it earned almost 20 HNT in 1 day. Like, are you kidding me? What in the world is this? Like, look at the increase. Increase of 3,000% in earnings in 30 days. Like, it was earning less than one HNT daily, and then all of a sudden jumped up to almost 20. I don't want to say that this person's hacking, but there's something fishy here that I don't understand why is happening, but needs to be looked at. And this is the stuff that I think that Helium needs to focus on, as opposed to, right off the bat saying, you know what, we're only going to get 10 witnesses, 25 witnesses is gone. It's only 10 now. Like, that's the issue. That's the problem I have with this whole system right now. I think that they need to basically do a better job at cleaning up the network and making sure people aren't spoofing and making sure that people are doing it right. Because, guys, like this is not good. Having somebody do this. And I'll share the link to this. Again, it's public information, as it always is. And I'll put the link to this wallet so you guys can do your own research. I personally cannot understand why this is happening. If some of you guys have a better idea, you want to say, oh, it's data transfer, whatever it is, let me know, because I still can't sort it out. Because you have units, and I'll do 7 days here, have units earning 17.37 HNT with 0 witnesses. And the transmit scale is 0.29. It makes no sense at all. At all. So if you can understand this, and if you can give me a little help and drop it down below in the comments, and if you're just as lost as I am, let me know too, because this isn't cool. This is not good. This is not good for the network as a whole. And this is the type of thing that I think that we need to address as a community, because it won't get better until we're all on the same page, until we're all fighting for the same thing. So let's try to make this thing happen. Let's try to improve the whole, I guess, spoofing, right? Like, we got to be not okay with it. That's how it starts. It doesn't start by, oh, I'm going to spoof too so I can make more money. No, like, you can do that. But as a whole, as a community, I think what we should need to do is say, hey, we need to find a way to not allow those people back onto the network. They need to, let's identify what units those are, and let's blacklist them. They can no longer be on the network. We're done. Like, we're done. Those units are no longer allowed to be on the network. They took advantage of the network. They made thousands. Some people, hundreds of thousands off of everybody else's back. And now we're just going to be like, oh yeah, we fixed it. Now it's okay. I don't think it's okay. And I really do want Helium to take responsibility for what's happened and do something about it. Because it's, like I said, I don't think it's okay. I'm going to continue to do the right thing. It's all I can do. But I do want to fight for what's right. That's basically where I stand with this. And that was a little rant, wasn't it? I need to stop those. Anyhow, you know how we do it in the channel. If you guys haven't done so yet, please hit that like button, smash it for the algorithm to say, oh yeah, Action Crypto isn't around, but Action Studio, it's a pretty cool place to be too. Hopefully we get that channel back and we'll see what happens. But thank you so much for everybody's support, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care. So while I was gone, I wasn't just hanging out. I was literally on the phone nonstop, trying to get a hold of Google, making sure that I could get my channel back. And I was able to actually talk to the FastMiner guys. And I will tell you, give you a little bit of insight as to what's taking place. You guys know I've done marketing for a lot of years. And I basically gave them a ring and said, hey, here's the deal. How about you do this, and you do this, and you do this? And I gave them some ideas as far as how to move forward. And in return, they said, hey, guess what, Action? We want to work with you because we like the people that come from your network. And I'm like, me too. We got some really awesome people that come to the channel. So this is what I got this week. Look at that. It's a FastMiners antenna. And not only one, I got multiple antennas to test out. And what I told them is that I will gladly accept stuff if I'm allowed to test it and be honest about the things that I find out. And they agreed to it, which is an awesome outcome. Again, my goal is not to get stuff free, but at the end of the day, try to give you guys value in the things that I do here on the channel. So I got a bunch of different antennas with different, DBI setups so that I can do some testing in them and see how each one of them functions and report it back to you guys. Not only that, I'm still working with them, try to get some giveaways. I know you guys, bought out all the Deeper Connect minis, so I want to make sure that those guys are, not only coming back, but maybe get you guys some of those, as far as giveaways are concerned, because the goal of the channel is to provide you value, and giveaways, I think, are a really nice value. I kind of told them that, hey, as soon as I get that main channel back, can we do a giveaway? Like, yeah, I think we can do a giveaway if your people have been really awesome. It's like, no, not have been. They are. So I think that's going to happen. It's just a matter of getting that main channel back. So hopefully we can get that done rather quickly. And did I miss anything? Let's do the NFT giveaway. Comments down below. I don't know. What do you guys want to say? This time around, we'll do something even more. Actually, I know what I want to hear. How do you feel about this whole hacking thing? Like, yes to hacks, no to hacks. Are you okay with spoofing? Do you hate spoofing? Just comment something about that, and I'll do the drawing the next video, and I'll pick somebody, and I'll give you guys one of the Action Crypto NFTs. That's pretty straightforward. And can I tell them? I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you this, but FastMiners showed me the GPUs. They have some like GPU rigs that they're launching. They look sick, and I think I might be able to get them sooner rather than later. I'm trying to push those guys to actually send one out so I can test it, set it up, and let it run for a little bit, so you guys can see what that looks like too. So that's what's going on. Y'all are phenomenal. I don't know how else to say it. I know I've been away for a little bit, and I'm going to get back to the channel and make sure that I'm giving you guys value as I have always promised to do so. So thank you so much. You all are phenomenal, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.